Lo
Repeat
que...
after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Okay, that's positive. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Miko? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something.
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other Shrine Maidens leave. Anyway, I've people show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. Every side of me is the real me. This is a human society. Study humans a while longer, my little friend.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine, and that I had the balladeer down on his knees, begging? Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought. I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out. With their stronghold exposed, I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now on his colleagues' behalf. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the Fatui getting a taste of their own medicine. Well, anyway, that's Ungonomiya Kokomi. She really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person. But
A hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand Shrine?
anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus on something I need you to do for me. You've met her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes? Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
¡Ey! Así se llama la segunda Raiden. ¡Ey!
Are you saying that the one we met at the
¿Qué
ceremony
pasa,
was just a
chavales?
puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met
Todo
later?
correcto.
Mira, es que... Así es, pero tal cual.
Se escribe A.
Cágate.
And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a puppet. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
¿What? El espíritu es susceptible a erosionarse y colocó su conciencia dentro de su espada. O sea, la Shogun Raiden en verdad. O sea, ¿está en la espada ahí meditando? ¿Qué cojones? Me explota la cabeza.
That place that she carved open with her sword.
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity. This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity. You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision by Liyue's Archon.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhang Li was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child. The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation and save A while we're at it. The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have the chance to shake the Raiden Shogun's will.
So this is your plan? To abolish the Vision Hunt decree? Not by talking her out of it, or through an armed resistance, but by, hopping inside the Raiden Shogun's inner world?
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, an eternity of darkness awaits. Don't you realize how
Joder.
special you are? Remember, the plane of Euthymia is a space where only she is allowed to exist. The fact that you could find her tells us one crucial thing. That you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never
No sé
seen an
cuántas ruletas
individual
llevaré
who
ya
was
en
so
puto Forza, tío,
unpredictable
abierta.
in the face of eternity.
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. Your existence is more than just an opportunity.
Wait, you're leaving?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program.
Ah, un entrenamiento
just
anti-Shogun
for
Raiden.
you.
Me parece la polla.
Come along.
Joder. Logro, desea fugaces. Al lugar de entrenamiento, bien. Joder, loco. A chuparla. Toma por culo, me mandan.
Comparte pantalla para ver lo que está haciendo.
Comparto.
Ah, ¿qué está haciendo eso? Ujú.
We're gonna do it here? And what's this mechanism for?
Think of it as a
Me la
catalyst that
pego ahí.
can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own memory, which means it should be perfectly accurate. It'll give you a chance to figure out her moves in advance and come up with a counter strategy. That should be a big help, don't you think?
Si va a ser como la última vez, la voy a pasar muy puta.
The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand once already, I presume this shouldn't be more than you can handle.
Bueno, no me veo preparado.
La verdad es que está súper chula.
Espérate, espérate, yo tengo que sanar los mods.
Oh,
Activar el último desafío directamente.
no sé. Supongo que se puede activar incluso. O sea, no sé.
I taste blood.
Tienes que esquivar básicamente. No, tienes que esquivar, no tienes que pegar ni nada. Claro.
Que esquive yo esta mierda. Loco.
Eso, te alejas y ya está. Te quedas lejos y ya está. Y te puedes esquivar.
No vale, los círculos te los tiras encima. Joder,
Claro.
Dios.
Esquiva y ya está. Mientras que no te acerques mucho, ya está.
No me veo con futuro,
Pero si es fácil. Toma. Toma.
Me mata al final.
Tienes que dodgear cuando te vaya a atacar, ni antes ni después. Si lo haces después, te da. No sirve. Si lo haces antes, te da. Cuando veas que te lanza eso, tienes que romper uno. Tienes que romper uno de esos. No, te dio. Si no lo rompes, no sirve de nada.
Joder. Ah, muy bien. Aventamiento, pero me dejan medio muerto. Muy bien. Joder.
Race you.
Ni de coña.
¿Te ha vuelto Ah, no, no
What a
hacía yo.
workout. So how come you know so much about the Riding Shogun?
You mean me? Perhaps it's because I'm the Electro Archon's familiar.
What? Like Gavalan is to Barbados?
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form. In your dreams.
Vaya.
Huh.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you? A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share.
Una zorra.
But I don't think that's the same thing as complete stasis. At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult for me to join her on. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of Euthymia. Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her by neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least. Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever it takes to bring her back on track. I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolating herself in the plane of Euthymia is her idea of eternity, then my duty as her eternal familiar is to drag her back out of her own head and into the real world.
Aw, Miko, you sound like a really great friend.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for Anti-Raiden Shogun Training Phase 2.
There's a part 2?
Supa, te va a dar algo, te va a dar algo. Buah, no tengo ya ni agua. Vamos a la segunda parte. Vamos. Guau. Vale, o sea que tengo que cargarme a esto mientras me ataca esta mierda. Pero vamos a ver, loco. Estás de guasa.
Body and mind.
Out of the frying pan?
Not good.
Cago en puto Dios.
Boba, get them!
Rain outlines your fate.
Eat this!
Vale, he salido vivo.
We're finally done.
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination and your hard work.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden Shogun now?
How do I put this?
Wait, what? So all of this was a complete waste of time?
You are the most important part of the plan. Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances? You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle, considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in...
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of Swordfish too, you know.
I don't mean to belittle them. It is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them. In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may... Oh, goodness, is that the time? I have...
All of the 7